All right, this is another guy. He's addressing some things, so we're gonna go ahead. But like I said, guys, it's gonna get gooder. I still have a lot of receipts, but basically, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. What I'm doing is holding the mirror up in front of white America to show them, no, we can't be the thugs and murderers and killers and savages that we're being painted out to be. We haven't lynched or hung anyone. We didn't have anybody in as slaves. Come on now, come on. So that's basically what I'm doing. But like I said, the person in the back room, oh, you're trying to divide. You even some of our people, you're trying to divide. You're trying to cause hate. And I want to say this too. And I know people, especially my people are not gonna like this one. What I'm about to say. Everybody said, "Oh, because that's all I've been hearing, that we all need to form and unite." No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's not the way God intended it. See, all of these scriptures that are coming in my mind, because there are scriptures on this stuff. That, you know what I'm saying, it states that, well, it talks about when God divided the nations. So he divided all the nations in their heritage. So we wasn't all meant to be together in one melting pot like here in America. You know what I'm saying? It was never supposed to be like that. But your neighborhood white man came up with this idea of, let us all come together. Let's worship the same thing and all of this other stuff, you know, because it was God never intended. And like I stated before in my other video, God is against interracial marriage. You can get mad all you want to. That's something you're going to have to take up with God. It's in there. But it's unfortunate and it's sad that the pastors don't bring this stuff out in church. Why don't they bring this out? Now, one thing, you know, and I'm not agreeing with them, or I'm not taking their sides. But one thing the KKK knows that they're right about, what they're saying that everybody should be with their own kind. They're right about that. Where you think they got that from? They got that from the Bible. They got it from the Bible, and they're right about it. They're right about it, but they got that from the Bible. It's in the Bible. So when God come back, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, all this interracial marriage and stuff like that, it's not going to be a good thing. It's not. And everybody, I know everyone's like, oh, God's not that. God, the Bible said God's a man of war. He's a man of war. He ain't all kisses and hugs. Yes, he had empathy on his people. He said that throughout, from Genesis to Revelations. His people, which is plural, you know what I'm saying? His people. That's a possessive pronoun. His people. His. He didn't say, he don't say the world. And everybody get John 3:16 misconstrued, because he said, what world is he talking about in John 3:16? A lot of people don't even know what world he's talking about in John 3:16. Just think about it. You got your sports world. You got your history world. You got your baseball world. What world is he talking about? He's not talking about the whole world. Who was the laws and statutes and commandments was given to? The children of Israel. It was given to nobody else. Man, let me get into this video.
I've been following this Karmelo Anthony case, and it's always astounding to me how white America, MAGA especially, have the audacity, they have the nerve to say, oh, stop making it about race. Why does it have
It's always about race. It's been about race.
Have you seen the history of the United States of America? Have you seen how we treat Black America?
And that's what I'm bringing out. He said it best. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead. But when I get started, I get started. He brought it out, the history of America, and that's what I'm bringing. That's what I'm bringing out. Colin Kaepernick. Look what happened to him because he wouldn't stand up and pledge allegiance to a flag. You know, and if you guys know the original Pledge of Allegiance, look that up. The original Pledge of Allegiance, guys. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my people. You're not gonna like it. So think about this. That's just like the Jews sitting up trying to pledge with the neo-Nazis after what they done to them. Come on now. But why is it that when it comes to us, hey, look, you should stand up and be proud? What do we have proud to be about? Look how we was done. First off, we was dragged from our country on slave ships. A lot of us was thrown overboard on our way to the destinations, and still to this day, like when a lot of them were sick and whatnot, they would throw them overboard. So, and still to this day, the sharks still follow that route. Still to this day.
To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, they still follow that same route. You know what I'm saying? Well, so just think about all the people who were thrown overboard.
Especially young black males. Better yet, do you understand the good old boy system? Do you understand the good old boy system of Texas? Think about this. If Karmelo Anthony was a 135-pound white boy who went under a tent at a high school to get out of the rain, and then two 200-pound, 6-foot black boys who were on the football team, looking like...
So he reversed it.
Came up to him and said, I need you to leave this tent. And if the white boy was scared and he didn't want to go out in the rain, and he says, no, I'm not leaving.
Facts.
And then the black boys were to push that white boy to lunge at him and start a fight with him. And then that white boy pulled out a knife and stabbed the two black boys. Y'all would all be saying self-defense. We wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Facts.
You'd be in the comments, usual suspects. Them boys were chimping out to attack him like that.
Yeah, I got something for that.
Be real. You'd be saying, oh, those were too soon.
I got something for that chimping out thing. I got some facts. They're always saying that we're chimps or we're apes. I got something for that. Y'all stay tuned.
Silverback gorillas coming at that little poor white boy, and he was just trying to defend himself. Two major elements, concepts of self-defense, is imminent threat and use of force. Was there an imminent threat? Obviously.
Yep.
There were two 200-pound football players who circled a 135-pound black boy while he was sitting down. And not only did they threaten to beat his ass, but they started to try to beat his ass. And the reality of America is that the vast majority of us, including myself, is that we'll never know the amount of fear
Facts.
that black people face and feel having to live in a society that was not built for them, that was not built by them, but it was actually built to destroy them. Knowing that 9 times out of 10 in situations like this, they're not getting the good end of the...
I'm going to get personal, guys. A family member on my dad's side gets into an argument with the white guy. Now, no blows was thrown. It was a heated exchange. So, my cousin, I can remember the last time I talked to him. My cousin walked away, turned and walked away. The white guy pulled out a gun and shot him in the back of the head. He's still walking around. There was no charges. Self-defense. That's that. Alabama. That's where I'm originally from. That's that good old boy down there. That Jim Crow is still alive down there. No charges. His mom passed away without getting any justice. None. Now, my cousin was removing himself from the situation. They say if you can flee from the situation, if you can remove yourself from the situation, then do that. And that's what my cousin did. He turned and walked away and started walking away. And the white guy pulled out a gun and shot him in the back of the head. Tell me if that's not a cold murder. Tell me that's not. And there was no charges. He's still walking around free down there. But I wanted to share that story. So, it's like we can't get no justice at all.
The short end of the stick. They're not getting.
We always getting the short end of the stick.
When we convict white defendants in the United States of America, it is beyond a reasonable doubt. Any sliver of doubt, then that person is innocent. Black defendants, on the other hand, can have all the doubt in the world, evidence in hand, and many times it's still not enough. Not all the time, but the vast majority.
Yep.
There are police brutality trials, and they have a use of force incident by a law enforcement officer. And he has to make a split-second decision. He is always given deference.
Yep.
That's the standard. They said that police officers are put in harmful or risky situations, and it's very stressful. Well, I can imagine that's what it's like for a young black male living in this country, in a country where white people continue to invalidate their experience. And when we talk about the element of proportionality of force in the Karmelo Anthony case, we have no idea the amount of fear that Karmelo Anthony was experiencing on that day. When two big old white boys twice his size come and violently attack him. I'd imagine if I was Karmelo, I'd probably fear for my life too. And I've been followed.
If you guys notice, let me say this. This came to my mind. If you notice, you don't too much. Well, you don't see. I don't see a mass of black officers, police officers shooting and killing white people, white boys. We have a conscience. Have y'all noticed that? Have anybody noticed that? Why don't you see black police officers shooting and killing a lot of white boys? Why don't you see scenarios like that? Ask yourself that. White America, ask yourself that. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself that. Now this guy's cooking right here as well.
I don't want to see one more white creator clutch their pearls or tell me how they're horrified or how they want to leave the country and how you're having a mental breakdown and how it's too much to handle about what's happening in this country. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about it. I truly don't. You got a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of an inch what it's like to be black in this country. Feels pretty shitty, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Do you know why we're here? It's because our demographic, primarily white men who this land was designed to benefit, didn't stand up with people of color, with our black brothers and sisters, with the Native Americans, with minorities, because it didn't affect them.
Facts.
That's why we're here. There is the class war, eat the rich, yes. This is about the original sin of this country. Make America white again, because that's what they want. Last night I was on a live, and this lady was just heartbroken. She's like, I don't know, we had, 75 years of progress, and it's all being taken away. And I asked a question, and I think it's the right question. Was it progress? Or was it just suppressed?
He on to something. He's on to something.
It feels like this racism is like a reservoir. And it's a body of water behind a dam. And it's been dying to push out. And that's what this Klan leader is in the White House. He is that outlet for the dam. He unleashed it. It was there. our neighbors, our friends, our family, they were always racist. He just said, hey, little Billy, hey, it's okay. Don't hide anymore. Take off your white hoods. Don't hide your face. Do it in public. Who were they going after? The racially profiling people. DEI, CRT, equality. Charlie Kirk, the white supremacist. Hey, if the pilot's black, do I know that they're qualified? Has he ever said that about a white pilot?
It's crazy how the stop and frisk, the racial profile, and how I remember back when that stuff was coming out. I think I was in my teens, and I remember I had worked at a college, and I was watching videos. Back then, I was on stuff like this back then, and I was watching the video where the whistleblowers, some cops or whistleblowers and stuff like that, and how they had to move and stuff like that because they were bringing it out like they had to meet their quota, and they had to pull innocent. They had a recording. I should have found that recording. But it just came to my mind that they were told to, if they gotta make up charges to meet their quota. Ain't that something? But yet we're the criminals though. We're the criminals. So who do you think they're doing that to? Because they patrol most dominantly in our neighborhoods. It's nothing different. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Even the Bible states that. They did it back in the Jim Crow era. They did it after slavery. They patrolled our neighborhoods and they terrorized us. And it's still the same today. Those guys who did that back then, those were the slave catchers. After slavery, I stated before, they had to be given a job, and they was given police jobs, and they were called patty rollers. And up to today, they're your doctors, lawyers, judges, attorneys. These are their children.
Of course not. Who did they pick? The most unqualified, bubbling idiot. A convicted felon, caused an insurrection, cheats on his wife, sexual abuse. But hey, you know what? He's white. So when you see a lot of these evangelicals, because I see a lot of them in my family, middle-aged white, praise Jesus, praise Jesus. Yeah, you think Jesus wants a man like this? You think he's a great reflection?
And for a rude awakening. We're going to get into that, though. We're going to get into that.
Because they view, when you hear the phrase nuclear family or traditional family values or Christian nation, when was this a Christian nation again? I'm sorry, because I haven't heard one thing. It was founded by founding fathers that owned slaves. They owned goddamn black people like cattle. Yeah, praise Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm. Facts. There ain't nothing else need to be said about that, you know, because I could go on all day. Okay. Dang. I bet you're wondering, like, dang, Rich Nicks, why do you have this picture up? I bet you all you guys, I'm gonna let you guys stew for a minute. Why do you have these pictures up with the flags on it? You know, what's going on? What point are you trying to prove now? You know what I'm saying? What point are you trying to prove now? Basically, I got this stuff up to prove to you guys, you know, how can I say this? Basically, to show my people that I'm not, let me say this first before I say what I'm going to say. I'm not inciting any violence. I'm not telling anybody to hate anybody. I'm not telling anybody to try to take up arms and guns, because, you know, and I'm gonna be honest, we got some slow people, some of our people in the back of the bus. excuse me, would try to think and say stuff like that, or thinking that's what I'm insinuating with. So I got to put that out there. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Basically, I got this up because I'm trying to prove a point to show that, you know what I'm saying, that I'll say America is our enemies. And basically, I said it too, you know what I'm saying? The white man's been our enemy for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, all the way back then. And this stuff is out there. This information is out there, and all you gotta do is pull it. And that's common sense. Everybody know that. But people, oh no, it's not true. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it with the games. But why I brought this up? Because I got this up because it's even in the Bible. What Bible do you got that it's in? What are you talking about? It's in the Bible, in Obadiah. Before I go into that, you're thinking about, hold on, wait a minute. Obadiah is not in the Bible. Let me skip and go to this. It's in the Bible, but it's in the Apocrypha. If a lot of you don't know what the Apocrypha is, it means hidden books. It was taken out. Let me read it. The most Protestants, denominations completely removed the Apocrypha from their printed Bibles in 1885, when the Apocrypha was officially omitted from the revised version of the Bible. Primarily to the early Protestants, Bibles such as the 1611 King James Version. That's the Bible I read. That's what I was taught to read, because that's the original, close to the original Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because it has that Apocrypha in it. And even the Pope has this Bible. Included the Apocrypha as a separate intertestamental section between the Old and New Testament. So that's that what do you call that? That's that Greek captivity that's missing between the Old and the New Testament. Because if you guys read your Bible and you like, hold on, wait a minute, there's a captivity missing. That's what's missing, that Apocrypha. And it was taken out for a reason. And I'm going to show you why it was taken out. I'm going to show you why it was taken out. All right, now we're going to go... all right, now we're gonna go back here. Hold on, what's this? Now, yeah, I'll do that later. Okay, come on. Now I'm gonna go back here, and we're gonna go to Obadiah. Obadiah, and we're gonna read. It's Obadiah 1. Hold on. Obadiah 1 through 4. The vision of Obadiah. Hold on. Let me do this, so you guys can see it yourself, so you don't think I'm lying. Here it is. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. And we're going to get to that. We have heard the rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art great despised. The proud of thy heart hath deceived thee. thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. Thou that dwells in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. I gotta turn and look at the camera on that one. Whose habitation is high? Who builds all these skyscrapers? Huh? Wait a minute. I can't hear you. Who is God talking about? He said the clefts of the rocks. Caucasian is what? What does Caucasian means? They come from Caucasians come from what? Dang. I know it's the common Georgia Russia. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting so excited. I gotta calm down. You know what I'm saying? But it says here, at the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? Who shall bring me down? Don't the white man say that all the time? Who has more pride than the so-called white man? Because he's not white. He's not white. I'm not black. I'm so-called. They said so-called, you know what I'm saying? Who has more pride than that? I hear that all the time. Oh, can't nobody take down. So who is God talking about? Who is he talking about? It says, saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though. Hold on. Wait a minute, because I'm getting there. I'm finna prove my point. It says, thou though exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou settest thy nest among the stars. Thus who will bring thee down, saith the Lord? Who exalts himself as the eagle? Here it is. Who is God talking about? That's why I said we don't have to pick up any arms. God's going to do the fighting for us. He said, thus who's going to bring me down? God's going to be the one to bring this man down. But I had to bring this out because people wouldn't believe it. People don't even know this is even in the Bible. People don't even know it. Who exhausts themselves as the eagle? Look at this. Look at this. It's just not America use it. Like those other countries over there, like in Spain and in Britain, Great Britain and stuff. Don't they use this? Don't they use these eagles? Who exhausts themselves as the eagle? And then there's a specific message in here where he said that set their nest among the stars. When did they set their nest among the stars? Hold on, wait a minute. What's this? Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. They set their nest among the stars. It was when they first landed on the moon. It was July 20th, 1969. That's when they set their nest among the stars. When he planted that flag in there and says, the eagle has landed. The eagle has landed. And I'm going to say it again for the people in the back room. The eagle has landed. Isn't that what it said when the astronauts first hit up there and they planted that flag and said the eagle has landed? Hold on. Wait a minute to the people in the back of the bus. Let me go here. When they planted this flag, the flag in the ground and said the eagle right here. Right here. Oh, hold on. Right here. Look at that. Look at that. Am I lying? Am I lying? Huh? Wake up. My people, wake the hell up. Please, wake the hell up. And I have to say it like that because y'all, y'all are my people. Our people is the walking dead. Why you think they make movies like that? Because that's the state our people are in, is the walking dead. Just go to our neighborhoods and you see that. The walking dead. Wake up, people. Wake up. It's right here. Oh, and this right here, the Statue of Liberty, that's also in the Bible too. Where the Lord talks about the great whore that sits upon many waters. It's talking about the Statue of Liberty. So God is letting him know that, you know what I'm saying, these your neighborhood white man, it's just not him. It's just not him, because I could read down further, and which, hold on, I could read down further. Where's the scripture at? Do I still got it up here, or did I move it? Yeah, it's gone. What did I do with it? But I can move down further and read it, and it goes in and it names the people. Here we go. Let me see. What's this? Nope. This is right here, where it names the people. It says Edom, Esau. Look, right here. Edom refused to let the Israelites pass through their territory during the Exodus. Numbers 20:14 through 21. Up here. I'm gonna start up here where it says dang, I can't make it any bigger. But up here where it says Esau nickname. That's his nickname is Edom. The name was first given to Esau, the twin brother of Jacob. Remember what I said about Jacob and Esau? You have to go to the beginning in the Old Testament and read upon that. It shows that the story of Jacob and Esau. That's when the first white man came on earth. During this time, they were fraternal twins. Esau, the twin brother of Jacob, because he was born with red skin. Hello. The so-called white man, he's not white. He has red. If you smack him in the back of his neck, don't his neck turn red? Or when he gets mad, doesn't he turn red? That's because his skin shows forth through his skin, because he doesn't have melanin. So his skin shows forth. And what do they call them down here down south? Rednecks. Now, he was born with red skin and later sold his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of red lentil stew. And that's in Genesis 25 through 30. Esau's descendants settled in the mountains regions of Mount Seir, modern day southwest Jordan, in an area characterized by strictly red sandstone cliffs. Who does all this skydiving stuff? Who likes their habitation is high? Who y'all think God is talking about? Who you think he's talking about? God cannot stand these people. And it's I didn't say it. I'm just reading what's in the Bible. Okay, let me just bring the whole thing over here. Let me just bring the whole thing over here. You think I'm lying? Y'all think I'm lying? Here it is. Romans 9:13. It's going to tell you. Now, remember, I showed you who Esau was. I showed you who Esau is. I don't know why my camera just keep. All right. All right, here it is. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And down here at the bottom, it goes into like up to verse 10, and it says, and not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived one even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to elect might stand, not of works, but of him not of him, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her that the elder shall serve the younger. As it was written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. There it is. It's going to show you Esau, God never liked this man. Like it said, both children not doing any good or evil. But God already knew what this man was capable of doing. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he has said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on who I will have compassion. So then is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but God that showeth mercy. Back then, we were getting treated like we are today, but it's probably far worse today. It's far worse because even back then, we was somewhat, at some points of time, we was ruling. But this is going to show you what I'm saying is not a lie. My people, wake up. What I'm showing you is not a lie. It's not a lie. Now this is now you see when I read in the scripture where it says Edom, Esau, and you see that in here. It says who dwelt on the clefts of Mount Seir, whose habitation is high. Who builds all these skyscrapers? Who likes their habitations high? Jacob, he was a normal person. It tells you in the Bible he dwelt in tents. He wasn't up high. Even, boy, let me calm down. But I'm passionate with this. You got to see with these people, you have to come with proof. I exhort myself, though they exhort themselves as the eagle. As you see, who exhorts themselves as the eagle? America. That's their symbol. They have hell to pay. They have to pay hell paid the captain when Christ come back. And there's scriptures on that too. For mistreating his people, his chosen people. You just think. Y'all didn't even know who y'all had in slavery. Some of them did back then. They didn't know. Now the people now, some like I said, the elites know who we are, but the little peons that's below them don't know. You guys don't know that you guys had God's chosen people in slavery, and Christ is not happy about it. There's many scriptures on it. I just hit above the surface. I ain't even hit beneath the surface with the scriptures, man. We can read now. Because I always it was things I always wonder. It's things now. I got some more trinkets for y'all too now. I got some more trinkets. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just stay tuned in, man. Stay tuned in. But like I said, this is not to promote hate. I'm not sitting up telling anybody to go out and do anything to any white man, white girl, white children, none of that. Basically, this is for educational purpose to show you who we are and who they are. That's the purpose of this video, to show you who we are. But I know, I'm gonna state it again. Sometimes we got I'm talking about our people now. The ones in the back, you know what I'm saying, the back of the room misheard what I said. You're gonna have some simple one thinking that, it sounds like he said we should pick up arms, or they said no, we should pick up arms. No, you're not gonna win that fight. And I'm gonna tell you why you're not gonna win that fight. Is because all they got to do is cut the water off on your tail. All they got to do is cut off your food supply. What you gonna do when you run out of bullets, because they make the bullets? You gotta let God fight your fight. I trust and believe. I used to, you know what I'm saying? I used to think like that. I don't know more. Not after I came across this information. I was like, wow, God's is saying, you know what I'm saying? I got you. Just chill out. Get yourself together. I got you. But that's nor here nor there.